Alright, let's see here. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Okay, the audio sounds good. We're just going to get this bad boy set up in Discord. And then we will begin. Alright, let's get this party started. The trade deadline now in the books. And we've got 2 weeks to color. So the games we are watching today... Hold on, let me double check. For week 9, we have Columbus and Dallas. Thursday night, that's fun. And then week 10, we will be watching the Thunderbirds and Panthers. So a lot of NFC action. Where are... There they are. Thunderbirds and Panthers. So the first one is Columbus at Dallas. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. Siri has picked 1. I think the Caps were 1, yeah. Big ol' meep. Can't wait to get clapped twice. It's inevitable. Alright, does not look like Jax is here yet. So, we can pick his jerseys. Do we want to rock with the all blue, all white? What? Oh, hold on. Yeah, let's check the overalls real quick. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's... Nope, wrong button. I have to go into retire. Alright, here. So here are the overalls after the trade deadline. I'm probably going to have upgrades fairly soon. You're in 88. So I'll have upgrades probably within the next... I think that is the plan. I think that's everyone. Alright, now let's get this show on the road. We always do the all blues. I kind of want to try out the all whites, unless they look really bad. I mean, I don't mind them. I would say the blue pants look better. I think we'll go with that. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We have Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, TJ Watt, Matt Woodard, and Quentin Pierre. And then here are the Superstars. There are a lot of them on both teams. Good lord. A lot of good players here. Didn't think it would be that high. I mean, you didn't sell that many pieces off. You sold off a few. Who's going to tell them both polls are tied? Well, the betting was already put in, so that pretty much finalized it. Even though the polls are now tied, they weren't once the betting thing was set up, and once the betting thing was set up, that means the polls are closed. Week 9, we are headed to Texas, where everything is bigger and better. Just like this battle for the NFC East. 3 teams, 4-3 in this division, including the Cowboys and the Caps. The Cowboys are the textbook definition of inconsistency, and the Caps, well, they've lost 3 in a row and are trying to get back on the win column. Columbus will start on offense. That means we get to see the reigning MVP winner, Carson Wentz. Wentz has not looked like an MVP this year. He was put on the trade block at one point by Jax, but he was unable to make a deal. Yeah, he only put him on the block like an hour and a half before the deadline, but Wentz through 7 games, Only 8 touchdowns and 6 picks. He is not looking like the same guy we saw last year. Come on, Cowboys, lose the one time that Nick wants Jax to win. And look at Todd Gurley on the first play of the game. He gains 44. Okay. Well, that's a start. Todd Gurley has not been very good these past few weeks, and he just explodes out the gate for a big run. Oh, well, Gurley had a fine game last week, but he has had some bad games in this losing streak. His numbers on the year are pretty solid. 400, but still quite solid. Not the same Todd Gurley from last year, though. For those who were here in OFL 20, you all know how cheesy that man was. He was insane last year with the Chiefs. Caps can score 2 minutes into this game. That would be quite the big deal. OFL 20 had some good running backs. It sure did. There were some cheese factories, and it wasn't just Todd Gurley. Gurley was probably the best, but there were some darn good ones. Laken Tomlinson, the former Lion, is hurt on the play. Gurley was a machine. Zeke was a machine. McCaffrey was really good last year. Look at Gurley again. This is OFL 20 Gurley all over again. What a run. A quick start for Todd Gurley in Columbus. Remember, Malcolm Tremblay is hurt. So Gurley is taking some of his load. That's what she said. And the Caps are quickly up 7-zip. Saquon Barkley as well. He was nasty. I'm happy that the X Factors have been toned down quite a bit, but it did make things interesting at times. Obviously, the running backs, obviously Harrison Smith and Bobby Wagner last year were cheese machines. So I'm happy that it's like not as cheesy, but at the same time, that did make things interesting. Here is Matt Woodard, who's been bleh this year. Not good, not bad. Hey, team looking good. Well, more specifically, Todd Gurley's looking good. It's only really been Todd Gurley, but through 2 minutes, you guys have gotten off to a darn good start. Both teams trying to get complete control of the NFC East. A win wouldn't necessarily guarantee that because the Bulldogs are also 4-3, but it would certainly help things out. OFL 20 Bobby Wagner will forever have a special place in your heart. Hopefully OFL 21 Bobby Wagner can now regain to form now that he's on my team. Smith is hurt. Oof. I couldn't tell if that was Kareem Hunt or Melvin Gordon for the Cowboys because they still have Gordon, and obviously they traded for Kareem Hunt at the deadline. The Cowboys are buying. They are trying to make the playoffs. Yeah, that was Hunt coming over from Toronto. Hunt was really not doing all that well so far this year at the Thunderbirds, so I don't blame them for trading. The Kareem Hunt trade was one of the rare win-win trades you'll see because they got good value. Matthew Wiley is really good in this game, plus a draft pick, and the Cowboys get a really good running back. And a shocking turn of events, the Cowboys coach comes into his stream. What's good, Nathaniel? Welcome. The Wags should do... He's been cooking this year, so... I mean, he certainly should. Dallas Star looks weird from this angle. Yeah, it kind of does, because it's upside down. Yeah, that just seems weird. You're right. Oh boy, Matt Woodard is in the zone. And Kareem Hunt is doing quite well. Both teams are actually running the ball well. We don't normally get that in a watch game where both teams are running it strong. you were going to buy, but you just didn't have the assets. Yeah, that's where it becomes a challenge for some people like you and Boomy, who are completely, for the most part, out of draft picks outside of like a few. And the next couple of trade deadlines are going to be even harder because assuming we get through 5 seasons, the only picks that will be used will be this year's and next year's. So the picks after next year's won't be able to be traded. So I think that'll make things even more challenging. Love watching good offenses. There's nothing like a good high-scoring game. Even though those have been a little bit hard to come by in watched games this year, both offenses here are looking pretty good at the moment. Looks like Dallas is not going to be able to get a touchdown, though. They'll have to settle for a field goal. We're going to dance on the star after you, and you're going to do the Terrell Owens and then just get clobbered by someone on Dallas. You're going to dance on the star, and Kareem Hunt is going to kick you guys. Regret making the first Hunt trade, but it did lead you getting Wiley a first and a third. What did you give up in the first Hunt trade? Hold on, I'm actually kind of curious. Let's see here. Cameron Curl, Montel Walker, and a future first for Matt Wiley, a current first, and a future third. Yeah, I would say the new deal is better than the old one. So you guys made out well. You got 7 games of Kareem Hunt and a good trade. Matthew Wiley and the Cowboys' first-round pick are probably better than any of the assets the Eagles ended up getting. But the Eagles traded for Jaquan Gore, so they had no need for Kareem Hunt. Columbus's offense is dealing right now. Robbie Anderson to the, I was about to say 50, but that would be a lie. It's at a 49. Gurley on the screen. He's been dangerous today. Another move by Todd Gurley, who has been insane through one quarter. What's good, Boomy? Welcome to the stream. You haven't missed too much, except for Todd Gurley tormenting the Dallas defense. He does it again. Todd Gurley is going off at the moment. First quarter of the books, Columbus looking good early as they try to avenge their 3-game losing streak after starting the year on a 4-game win streak. Going to have to pick between Wiley, Cantrell, and Ferguson. And it's going to be an even harder decision when you have Reggie Peters back next year. I mean, from what we've seen from Wiley and Sim, I think he'd probably be the favorite, but Cantrell's only 21 with star dev. And Ferguson's cool. Todd Gurley either wants you or helps you. There's no in between. Todd is owning the Cowgirls. That would be a fair assessment up to this point. And he says true. There's Stephon Diggs. He finally shows up to the game after doing nothing in the first quarter. But he's done more today than Tyreek Hill has for Dallas. Remember that one playoff game? It was Dallas against, like, the Steamers. I think the first year, where Tyreek Hill just went off with that, like, crazy ending. Didn't that game go into, like, double overtime? Yeah, I think the Cowboys won it in, like, double overtime or something. And then last year, obviously, Dallas completely fell apart. And this year, they appear to be back. That's going to be a face mask, isn't it? Yep. So it doesn't really move the Caps closer, maybe by a yard. But instead of 3rd and goal, it's 1st and goal, which is a big deal. So even when Todd Gurley's not getting in the end zone, he's drawing flags and still doing productive things. And then on the next play, boom. A Todd touchdown. The Gurley show continues. It was like back-to-back Hail Marys. I don't remember the Hail Mary specifically, but I remember like a few really deep passes at like the end of the game. I remember there was one where Tyreek was like wide open. But yeah, that ending was quite exciting. And I think Dallas played the 1-seed Green Bay in the second round and killed them. And then obviously they lost to Carolina, who ended up winning the OFL Bowl. But there have been some crazy playoff endings this year. Nick's favorite ending is the Hail Mary against the Cardinals last year. Figured I'd point that out, remind him again. Dallas's offense had a good first drive, but will their defense be able to hold up? Sorry, Cowboys and Raiders fans, I'm fully against you from now on. Oh, for the draft picks, yeah. Oh my, Kareem Hunt, hello. 5,000 career receiving yards in his NFL/OFL careers. Shut up. I won't shut up about that, Nick, because I don't want to. Guess it's good. You got A-Rob from Vegas and then the Nick trade. That didn't pass. Now, to be fair to you, I probably would not have instinctually checked to see if he was injured either. So I don't blame you. But unfortunately, the one player was injured, and obviously the trade couldn't go through. Vroom, vroom. 2nd and 13. There is Zach Ertz. Totally meant to be in a Cowboys jersey, am I right? Eagles fans are probably puking at the sight of that. I feel weird watching a quarterback on Dallas wear number 4 and it's not Dak Prescott. I don't know why. That just feels off. Why? I don't like that he's wearing 4. Just feels weird. Woodard with a shot for the end zone. It's caught. Is he in? He is in. Tyreek Hill just mussed that man. And Dallas is going to make this game a little bit more interesting. Tyreek Hill's not known for mossing people, but right in the corner of the end zone, too. I mean, not only did he have to moss the corner, but he had to keep his feet in, which is incredibly challenging. Yeah, he got them both. That's definitely a touchdown.
Chandler Catanzaro lining up for the extra point.
Was that Chidobe who got mossed? I couldn't really tell. Hold on. I kind of want to see, but I also don't want that replay glitch to happen. Okay, good. All right. Let's see here. Who got mossed? It better not have been Chidobe. It was Chidobe. Chidobe Awuzie! I still get to say his name as if he did something good, even though he didn't. So Tyreek Hill just mossed the GOAT somehow. And it is now 14-10. The offenses are continuing to kill it. Todd Gurley gets the ball back, much of the same. That's one of his lesser runs of the game, and it's still a fairly good one.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
There's Todd again, wouldn't you know it? Chidobe Awuzie. We're not slandering Chidobe Awuzie in the chat, okay? No Chidobe slander will be acceptable.
First down, Caps.
Because Chidobe is our GOAT. And we respect him. Down to about 3 minutes in the half. There's Todd Gurley again. He's at 119 yards, and that's just rushing yards. He's been probably their best receiver as well.
It's a gain of 10. And the Columbus.
Why would you put Chidobe on Tyreek anyway? You have Boya. It seems like the number 2 corners on the depth chart in this game regularly cover the number 1 receivers, which does not really make much sense, but it's EA Sports. Look at Carson showing off his inner Patrick Mahomes. Because now Patrick Mahomes is considered a running quarterback in this league. Because that's all he does in watch games now. Until Chidobe picks off Mahomes to win the game. I don't know if Boyd has 99 speed, but I know he's quite fast. But EA doesn't recognize that. They recognize that Chidobe is the number 2 corner, so they assume to put him on the number 1 receiver. Carson is 69 yards. He needs 2 incompletions in a row so he can be 6 for 9 with 69 yards. It must happen. Mahomes wouldn't throw to Chidobe. He would just run. You're not wrong. Todd Gurley with the hat trick. 3 touchdowns in the first half. Todd Gurley could get injured and still win Offensive Player of the Week. This is still looking like a shootout. I mean, Columbus' offense has shown no signs of slowing down, and Dallas' offense has played well too. Every drive this game, there's been points. We should let them score, then try to score in a minute. Well, that's got to be the plan. I guess a minute 38. And all 3 timeouts, that should be enough time. I mean, if Tyreek can get somewhat open, then anything's possible. I guess Gurley is out of the slump. Yeah, you would be correct by saying that. He is definitely out of his slump. And now he's on pace to run for like 6 touchdowns today. Hey, I'm on the bus right now. Well, welcome to the stream, Lucario. Woodard has had a few bad throws today. He's been good. Matt Woodard's been overall pretty good, but he's had a few, like, throws. That's until EA butt fumbles the clock. You're not wrong. Look at Hunt on 3rd down. Dallas was just trying to chew clock, and they nearly got it. They don't, however. Why does Hunt look so good in the Cowboys uni? It scares you. Does this mean the Browns are going to trade Kareem Hunt to the Cowboys for their 7th round pick? Is that what you're implying hopes happen? Hopes happen. Hoping happens. That's the correct grammar. I cannot speak today. Columbus can technically make this a sim game. If they score a touchdown, they'll be up by 3 possessions. Or, to be more specific, if Todd Gurley scores a touchdown, because he is the man who's doing it for him. If they give us Zeke and a first, I'm not going to say no. If they give you a first straight up, you shouldn't say no. Actually, if they give you Zeke and a first, you should ask to take Zeke out of the trade and then do it. I would rather just for first round pick than Zeke and the pick, because Zeke is just starting his new extension and was not very good last year. So I would rather not have Zeke than have Zeke. But Hunt for a first round pick, that'd be great value. Zeke is very overrated, yes. My, like, 13-year-old self, or whatever, however old I was, when Ezekiel Elliott was really good early in his career, would be proud of what Zeke has turned into, which is not good. What is this? Zeke was not any good last year. And he's starting his extension that he got like 2 years ago. I would literally rather not have him on my team than have him. Because he's making so much money. Adoree Jackson have a big sack. Look at the clock. Yeah, Dallas is not going to be able to get another playoff. Did I say Dallas? I meant the Cavs. But still a good first half for Columbus. Ty Gurley has 3 touchdowns today, and they lead at 21-10. Both quarterbacks have been solid. Not great, but certainly not bad either. Guess who? It's Parker's. What is this slander over the owner of the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks? We will not bring that up. He was a beast in college, but you do have to realize that Taylor Decker was his left tackle, and that's the sole reason why he was so good. He was taking the Cowgirls. There were times where Tony Pollard was literally better than him. Josh Jacobs, underrated or overrated? He's definitely not underrated. He's not bad, but I don't think he's like a top 10 running back. Here, let's list off all the starting running backs who are better than Josh Jacobs and Ezekiel Elliott right now. Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, maybe Chris Carson. Oh my, look at Kareem Hunt go. Look at both running backs have been insane today. I'll get back to my thought in a second, but my goodness. These two have been running wild. Okay, we were at Chris Carson, Saquon, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, even though he's not a starter. Jonathan Taylor, maybe James Robinson, and Derrick Henry. And those are the guys better last year. If we want to project forward into this year, we can do a lot of last year's rookies, a lot of this year's rookies, who could possibly be better than Zeke and Josh Jacobs. I'm not saying they will, but it's possible. Antonio Gibson is one of last year's rookies who could pass him, yeah. Gibson, J.K., Cam Akers, DeAndre Swift. Particularly Mr. Swift, of course. And obviously Taylor and Robinson were both really good last year. Yeah, Kamara. Kamara is probably top 5 for sure. Where in the top 5, I don't know. But the fact that he can catch the ball, unlike Josh Jacobs and Ezekiel Elliott, puts him noticeably ahead of both of them. David Montgomery, I forgot about David Montgomery, but he counts too. Yeah, he was better than both of them last year. And my fantasy teams appreciated it. Dallas can technically make it a one-score game. You were going to scream if I didn't mention Chubb. Is Nick Chubb top 3? Probably not. I would say the top 3 in some order is Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. Would I put healthy Saquon? Yeah, I would put healthy Saquon there. With Chubb and Kamara probably as 4 and 5. No. No, it'll be McCaffrey. McCaffrey, Cook, and Henry are the top 3 with some order of Barkley, Chubb, and Elliott. Not Elliott. Barkley, Chubb, and Kamara after them. And if Josh Jacobs was healthy all the time, well, he would certainly be better. Another field goal for the squad. It's only a one-score game now, which is a pretty big deal. Looks like not a whole lot has changed with Todd Gurley. He is still on fire. Octi said Zeke. I misspoke. How about this? Zeke is a fringe top 16 running back. I don't know about top 6. How many yards per carry did Zeke average last year? And Josh Jacobs. I want to see both of them real quick. Because it's not going to be high. Zeke averaged 4, which is around average, whereas for the rest of his career, it's been 5.1, 4.1, 4.7, 4.5. So noticeably lower. Josh Jacobs is going to be even worse, isn't it? Josh Jacobs was 3.9 last year after 4.8 as a rookie. So 3.9 and 4.9, that's pretty much average. The former Cardinal, Todd Gurley. 1 King Henry, 2 Cook, 3 McCaffrey, 4 Chubb, 5 Kamara. I'd say that's fair. I feel like Barkley's missing there, but it's kind of hard to take someone out of that group. Wentz just ran at 1.2 miles per hour and no one felt like hitting him. Yeah, when healthy, I would say Saquon is probably in that Chubb, Kamara, Cook range. I would probably swap CMC and Cook. And Derrick Henry is probably the clear number 1. Derrick Henry is like the only running back where they don't have to do a whole lot as a receiver and can still get away with it. But for the most part, Nick Chubb, I guess, as well. But those other guys are great receivers for the most part, which is Mas Importante. Did he catch that? I don't know how he caught that. Robbie Anderson's been quite good today. That did not look like he caught it, though. Yeah, it's a challenge. Well, he caught it, but not in bounds. Eh. Can we get a better angle? Okay. One. Yeah, it looks like he's in. He's in. Chubb and Hunt are the best running back duo in the league, and it's not close. I would say that's fair. Okay, the play is... Whoa, it's reversed? And now they're... it's a 61-yard kick for Enzo. Oh, he missed it. I thought Enzo was going to drill that. That's a shame. So not only did the officials get the call wrong, but we saw Enzo completely flop. This man was drafted in the first round and makes 61-yard kicks in a dome. I'm disappointed. What's good, Ian? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Dallas can tie it here with a touchdown and a two-point conversion ties the game. That's kind of wild. Drafted a kicker for him to miss a 60-yarder. That's like the most ironic statement ever. I drafted this kicker in the first round, and because he's missing 60-yarders, he sucks. Now Dallas might go for a 59-yarder. Nope, they're going to punt it. His back foot hit out of bounds. Let me see that replay again, because it kind of looks like it was in. But, let me see. Enzo, what a bust. Replay. He got one. Oh, yeah, you're right. It did. I thought it stayed in. Okay, so they did make the right call, and Enzo just happened to suck there. I know ghosts are pretty wide open. They're not good at catching the ball anyway. Matt Woodard showing off his inner Sam Darnold. But just Darnold was trying to throw it away from the ghosts. Matt Woodard is trying to throw it to the ghosts. And now the Caps can do more damage. Enzo is still the GOAT, though. If he was the GOAT, he would have made the kick. Just saying. Here's Todd again with a gain of about 8.